Quick, 1 second, like 10 seconds.
Well, now we are live. We are here with George just got up, but we're here with Seth, Checkmate Flips. He does eBay to Amazon, and we're actually here with a wonderful guest that this is a special occasion, right? We got Joji here. He and that it really goes into the title, doubling your money from home flipping books. And that's exactly what Joji does. He goes out there, he gets it, he looks at the keeper graphs, he buys these insane these books with insane margins from home, and I'm a big fan of Joji. So we're here for the people of us. We're here to really just help out. I know it's been a very long time. I've been extremely sick, and I'm just happy all the boys are back. All the boys are back in town.
Boys are back in town. Does anyone know that song?
Exactly.
Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Rock band from the 70s and 80s, Thin Lizzy. The boys are back in town. You probably know that. You probably know that song.
I've never heard that song.
Oh my god.
I've heard it, Joji. I didn't know the exact thing, but I knew the boys were back in town. You know what I'm saying?
The boys are back in town for sure, man. Well, thanks for that intro. That was way too kind. And yeah, I'm super stoked to be with both of you guys because, man, you guys are definitely up there in your field. So it's awesome to be here with you guys.
Joji and I were just talking about books to buy from eBay to Amazon. That was fun.
Exactly.
Joji's the expert in that realm.
The books, yeah,
he knows it all.
So
every book.
Every book.
I'm just joking. There's so many books in the book category.
I was
actually go over that.
Yeah, I was just looking at the categories in Keepa. I think it was like 90. I think it was 93 million Amazon books. 93 million listings of books on Amazon. Like that's how big the category is.
Yeah. What's a rank of a book? I know I don't make any decisions based off of rank, but like if you just see it like at a glance and say you're looking in like the deals tab, you're like, I'm not gonna mess with this book. Like it's like 5 mil rank or 6 mil rank. You're like,
that's a good question. I'm like you, man. Sales rank doesn't mean anything to me because
that's kind of how I feel too. But
yeah, so basically you can use your cursor to hover over the item, and you can have Keepa pop up a chart for you when you hover over the product. So then you can kind of get a quick glimpse of it. And yeah, I mean, I'm looking for sales, but a lot of times you'll have books that don't sell, and therefore the sales rank is terrible. And the reason for that is there's like 1,000 reasons why a book wouldn't sell. It could be the price is way too inflated. People are shooting for the moon when there's no reason for them to be doing that. It could literally be that the book is not even listed on Amazon. So how could a book sell if no one is listed? Like if there's nobody in stock, like there's no used offers. So there's like a ton of reasons why a book wouldn't sell, and therefore it has a very high sales rank. And I guess what that means is, yeah, sales rank in the beginning, I think is good to maybe stick below 1 million, like if you're out there scanning. But as you get more experience, they say basically sales rank doesn't really matter at all. It's just your Keepa analysis, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, and I think everybody here is like an offers tab adopter now. Like we all just love the offers tab.
I appreciate the offers tab, that's for sure.
I mean,
that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, Cody, you're the one who kind of put me onto that because I wasn't really even looking at the offers tab. So I actually look at the offers tab more now, and it's been helpful. So I appreciate that.
That's what's up. I just want to say welcome to Papa Ralph. Thanks for showing up. It's one of
Papa Ralph,
my buddies. OG, I definitely wouldn't be at where I am in my business without Ralph. So I really appreciate him. He says, gentlemen, hope you fellas are doing well. And yeah, I'm so glad we're all back here getting it again, growing our Amazon businesses, really.
Yeah. So same question to you guys. How do you guys deal with rank? Because I know, Seth, you're in like a lot of electronics. Obviously, Cody, you're kind of just generally like a whole bunch of OA stuff. So what do you guys think about sales rank?
Yeah, you could go first, Seth.
I literally just get so excited when I see like a super high sales rank, but nobody's in stock, but I can get it. And like I see history that it has sold like well before, but just like nobody's in stock or the stock is too low or something. Or like people are listing it too high and I can just come in at like a lower price and get good sales. Like so many good opportunities when that happens.
Agree.
Yeah, really. I was just going to say the same thing. Like, I think a lot of people are, it's 2 million sales rank. This doesn't sell. But then you dive into the offers tab and you're like, well, this does sell, but maybe not at 180. It sells at 150 or whatever the case may be, right, on that listing. and then you're like, oh, I can hop on this listing, sell one a month, make some profit. I just want to say, we have 10 people in here. Thank you guys for showing up. If you have any questions, we're not ending the stream or anything. If you guys have any, we just started. If you guys have any questions, definitely let me know. I just say that, I don't want people to think, oh, we're leaving now. If you guys have any questions, let us know. We're all Amazon sellers that have done over 6 figures in sales, so we're really just here to help the people.
That would be pretty interesting to just literally do a 5-minute stream. That would be very silly.
just a quick hitter.
Just like a 5-minute stream, but like 8 times a day, and just crank the content.
He's gotta get that would, I don't know. It could be interesting.
It almost is. Yeah, it's interesting.
You stream in like minute intervals and then just post every stream on TikTok.
Oh my word.
Probably not the best way to grow.
Probably not.
One question I have for both of you guys with the offers tab though is one question a lot of my viewers always ask is, how do I know if the book sold in new condition or used condition? And when you dive into the offers tab, like I understand that you can see every specific seller and look how their offer count has changed, but sometimes I notice that when you see the sales rank drop, it could be like a little bit off in terms of like when the stock actually stops. And you can even have like a book that sells and it's just one sale, and you see the used offer count and you also see the new offer count both change at the same time down. And it's like, I think at that point in time, you actually don't know very specifically like what it sold.
Joji, quick question: do you ever select the box where it says new or used on the offer tab?
Generally I do used. Well, generally they're both checked, new and used, but generally I take new away because mainly I just sell used books.
Yeah, interesting. So you're always doing the used.
Yeah, I'm usually always doing the used. But if you have new and used checked, you can see both, right? You can see sellers who are in stock in new condition and also in used condition as well. And I guess for books that where you can clearly see the sales rank drop and you can look at the offer count and there's a new seller and a used seller on the listing and you see both stock quantity drop at the same time, it's like, in that case, you truly wouldn't have no idea who sold their copy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't think I've run into that exact scenario.
Yeah. I gotta get the example because it's an interesting one. Actually, another question I had.
Maybe if you had like an ASA, we could look at it. Yeah, I think that would be a lot. Like talking about this, I mean, it's great, but it's like looking at it. I think
showing the people, right?
Showing the people a little bit different. I mean, we could do that if you want.
And then one thing that I also, just to confirm with both of you, right? The sales rank. If you see a singular sales drop, that doesn't necessarily mean only that was one sale. It could be multiple. But
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So you're saying, so if you see the sales rank drop, that doesn't actually mean that this is a really dicey topic. But if you see the sales rank drop, like say you're on a variation of listing of a shoe, and you see the rank, like the bar drop a little bit, sometimes that doesn't actually mean that there was a sale, because the sales rank on a variation listing is not reflective of actually how the listing performs on a variation listing. Does that make sense, Joji?
Okay.
And some of those drops aren't necessarily correct.
Okay.
That's why I base most of everything that I do off the offers tab, because even that sales rank, even if you see it drop, most of the time it's correct, but there are some errors. There's also some errors in the offers tab too.
Yeah.
There is a certain degree of error in both of them.
What is the error you see mostly in the offer tab?
Honestly, it's 90. It's probably if I had to spitball, it's probably 90 to 95% on point. But some listings, you look at the offers tab and it's more off than others. Like me and Seth were looking at listings several weeks ago, right? And it was say a listing that Seth sold 12, he actually sold 12. The offers tab might say he sold 18. So there are some discrepancies, but it's not.
I see.
It's as close as we can get. Does that make sense, Joji?
No,
it's not
it definitely does. It's a ballpark, right?
Yeah.
What do you think?
That's the best way to use it, I think.
Yeah.
If you just check the historical offers and you just see there's 40 sales, okay, cool, this thing sells. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how
Exactly.
many, but like this thing sells. Or if you see like 350, you're like, okay, this thing moves.
Yeah.
Yeah, it moves pretty
makes
well.
sense. That makes sense.
But it just depends.
Honestly, what I love so much about the offers tab that I didn't really tap into until I learned about that was that you're able to see any individual seller's pricing over time and how that changes. And what's really cool, I can show a lot of people who are into books is like, oh, see this guy, he had his book in new condition listed for $400 and didn't sell it for 18 months, and then he drops it $80 and it sells the next day. It's like, it's really interesting to see how their pricing strategy changes, like in any individual seller. If that makes sense.
Yeah, 100%. And you can see the exact price they sold at. Just to answer Nathan's question really quick, do you guys use business credit or personal credit? I do a mix of both right now, but I'm trying to go more towards the business credit. You know, you got to do what you got to do if you don't have enough credit and you really want to grow your business. So I did mix in personal, but those cards that I used that were technically personal credit, all the transactions on those cards were business. So I would I don't advise people to do that. Try to keep it just on business credit, but push comes to shove, right? You gotta sometimes use some of your personal credit, but that
When you're
credit card I would
scaling-
only use for business. What was that?
When you're scaling and you have like an extra 30 grand credit limit for your on your personal cards, it's a little too tempting to not use it sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, I should use that. Right now I'm doing completely business credit. And it's like cash. It's cash backed as well. So that's how I do it.
Yeah, I was doing like the credit card churning. So I did like the personal, and I got to I think 3 or 4 Chase cards open. So have you ever heard of the 524 rule? You can only have 5 Chase, like only 5 personal Chase cards open in the last 24 months. And if you go above 5, then you can't apply for a business credit card. So basically, I
can't talk right now.
Basically, I did like the first 3 personal credit cards. Now I'm transitioning to business credit cards because it doesn't affect the 524 rule. But basically, I'm just running laps all over Chase, and yeah, I love credit card points and credit cards, but I only recommend them if you can do something that's very simple, which is to not spend more money than you otherwise would have, and you always pay off what you owe on time and in full every month. So if you can't do those 2 things, then then what I say is the worst advice ever. You shouldn't ever even get a credit card. So,
and pro tip here is if you want to build friendships, use your friends as referral links. I just got approved for that $900 sign up bonus card that Joji was giving me. What? And that's going to be sick. Yeah.
$900? What card is this?
Is the business ink something. Yeah.
So they have 2. They have actually they have the ink cash, then they have the ink
I don't think
don't show person. be careful. I don't think it's
I don't
the camera
it wasn't. Yeah.
So the business unlimited, the business unlimited and the ink cash, both of those, if you spend $6,000 in 3 months, you get 90,000 Chase Ultimate Rewards, which is basically like $1,200 in travel. So like I'm going to Miami for the Miami Sellers Conference.
You are?
Yeah.
Me too.
Oh, are you? Awesome.
Yeah.
Right, there. And completely free. Like we have the last 3 trips we've taken have been free, and like the next 10 trips are already like paid for because it's just the money I'm using to buy books and turn them. So it's like one of the blessings about this business online arbitrage is that if you have your credit card game in check and you're opening up credit cards responsibly, like you should never have to pay for another like travel excursion ever.
Yeah, or you can just like use it for cash back and make like an extra like 5-10 grand in a year, which is significant.
Exactly true. Yeah.
Or if you're Cody, you can use all the cash back and like literally live on it.
Yeah. That's pretty much.
Cody goes, landlord, do you take top cash back?
Yeah, do you take top cash back payments? You take some like even like Capital One shopping, it's like it only lets you export like certain. Do you take Walmart gift cards? Can you?
Oh man.
I do shop at Walmart.
Top cash back is so good though. Love it.
For anyone who's watching though, there's a Chase Southwest card right now. It's a personal credit card that you only have to spend $1,000 in the first 3 months to get 50K points. Now I'm gonna do a video of basically how you can pay for a 1 flight ticket round trip to Hawaii and back with just spending $1,000 in the first 3 months. Like it's pretty insane.
Joji, I need that video. I don't know anything about like the the flight. I see the people flexing. Oh, I don't like that, like the Amex Platinum, and you can convert me, right? But like I don't like that the Amex Platinum in particular. There's so many people that flex it. Oh, I got this free flight, this and that. It's got like a $700 annual fee. It's not free. Like, what is this?
The crazy thing about what Seth,
am I being a little dramatic?
No, you're not at all. The crazy thing about what Seth just said about, so he got either the Ink Cash or the Business Unlimited. I don't know.
I got the Ink Business Unlimited. I have it right here.
So you got the Ink Cash and the Ink Business Unlimited. Both of those cards have a $0 annual fee. You get 90,000 points with 6K spend in 3 months. So basically, you get like $1,200 in travel credit or $900 cash back. So it's pretty insane. And $0 annual fee. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. So they gave me a $13,000 limit at 0% APR. So like if I wanted to do credit, like that's $13,000 that I could just use for a year.
That's crazy. So now, Cody, I'm not super insane where I go like maximize and transfer all the transfer partners. I'm not that crazy, but I just get it for redemption value. But it's pretty insane how you can do it.
Yeah, I got to do it with one card because right now I have 0 free flight miles. I like to keep it simple. Like 2% cash back everything, and then I use my Amex Plum when I find like really good opportunities. I'll put a lot of money on that.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
Papa Ralph says, aren't those personal cards? No, the Chase Ink Business Unlimited and the Chase Ink Cash, those are both business credit cards. But the one that I was talking about, the Chase Southwest, that was a personal credit card. The one that's 50K points with 1K spent in 3 months. That's a personal credit card.
Yeah.
If you can't spend $1,000 in 3 months, you aren't an online.
You're not in the game yet. You're not in the game. Cody spends $1,000 a second.
every single second.
Yeah. If you need help spending some money for those cards, and you can't figure out how to spend $1,000, I mean, you got the 3 Musketeers here to DM.
Seth probably makes 1,000 GP a minute.
Yeah.
In the GEs.
I'm trying to not check that as much. Got to do real life things.
Real life currency, right? Oh, man.
Exactly. I want the real life GP.
He makes the GP in the chess tournaments.
I went to a coffee shop today, and there were some people playing speed chess with the time clocks.
All right.
And so I played them.
Oh, did you?
It was fun.
Did you do all right?
I went 2-1. The guy's dad crushed me.
All right. You have a ranking?
Yeah, I don't know, but he just it was fun.
That's really random, but that's actually really sick.
Yeah. It's fun.
Let me see.
Motor Bricks. I don't know what that is.
No, I don't know what that is.
I don't know who that is. So Nathan,
sounds like a shoe person.
Yeah, maybe some type of cook group kind of thing.
Always drop gems. These guys are always dropping gems.
I think I know what he's talking about. No, the group that we were in before was Marble City Brick Club. It was the one with Zach in it. That's really where me and Ralph learned everything. Ralph's my buddy that I learned to keep it with every single night for 6 months straight. We looked at Keep It Grass together.
And put the time in.
Memories are made.
Yeah. He's awesome. But yeah, that group really changed everything for me, honestly. It's like dead now. Like it doesn't even really exist. Like nobody's typed in the chats or anything in that group for like months, but it was pretty cool. That's a good thing. Like if people watching this in the future, people watching this now, like join cook groups. They're pretty inexpensive. Some of them are like $20-$40 a month, because then you get to pay to be around people that are serious. You can join free groups too. There's nothing wrong with that. Just DM people, but I think it's just a different vibe. Like when you're in a paid group, because other people are probably serious that they're paying like $50 a month or something. Yeah. You don't have to like pay for it forever. Like you can just cancel it.
You also, when you pay for something, you have skin in the game, so it hurts more. And when things hurt more, then you pay more attention to it. Exactly.
100%.
All right, let's let's go and take a look at a book. All right, I'm gonna put it in.
Yeah, sure thing. Do I have to like allow you, or can you just like start it?
I'm gonna put it in the private chat to you. Here's the link to the Amazon page. I just want to see how you guys would analyze this keep a chart of this book.
Yeah, sure thing.
And then I'll give my insights into what I think. And it'll be interesting because my game's the book game. My book is, or my game's not electronics, or Cody does everything. It'd be interesting to see how you guys would analyze this keeper graph.
It's just funny how you said that. You're like, yeah, Cody just does.
I don't know, because I feel like
everything.
do you have a category, Cody? I feel like you just sell like whatever.
I do mainly shoes, but I'll sell anything. I'll
sell
sell anything. Anything that makes $1. Then it's like, oh, I can,
anything that
Sometimes
you can
even less.
Yeah.
Sometimes even less. I mean, if it just makes sense, it moves. Wait, there's a lot of stuff in chat really quick.
Yeah. I put in the private chat.
It was just them talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marble. Nathan learned a lot. Yeah, Nathan, I didn't know you were maybe your username's different from in Marble, but appreciate it, man. If you were in that group, definitely send me a DM. Everybody that was in that group before has a special place in my heart, because that's really where we all learned everything. Yeah, I'll present. Just a second.
I'm not gonna say anything about this book. I just want both of you guys.
Yeah, don't. Yeah.
I want to keep a deep dive from Seth and Cody. I just want to see what you guys think.
I'm looking at it now.
Yeah.
Should I share my screen?
Yeah, if anyone can share it.
Maybe I'll share my screen, and probably Cody will have something to add on top of what I have to say here.
So see what you think.
Let's see, sharing screen right now. Yeah. So I'm already in the offers tab here. You guys see the screen?
Oh, we're all on the side.
You're already here. Okay, so we have this fun little naval book. Buy box, 300K rank, awesome. But what we care about is the offers tab. And so you can kind of just get a quick glance of like, does this book sell pretty quickly? Last 30 days, it's showing around 10. This one dude, second bind, has sold 10, it says. 12 total, but nobody else has really gotten sales, but really not too many people are in stock either. And if we look at the history, it's weird because it looks like people have been in stock and not getting, like, it's showing sales in the keep a graph, but for some reason offers tab isn't showing a ton of sales. It's very high priced for a while. Interesting. But this guy was getting sales at a lower price. He was selling at 27. Very unique situation here.
Yeah, this one's a little bit of a different one for sure.
Yeah, this is one that my VA gave me, and he said, "What should I do with this?"
What was your buy cost?
Well, yeah, scroll up, Seth. Look at the new and the used. Just look at the offers up there, the new and the used offers, just from the normal page, like where you would be.
Just like here.
Mm-hmm. So, like, let's look at the used. So there's what, 24 plus shipping, then it goes to 61, then 87, and then look for new.
I think there's a guy at like 27, right?
Yeah.
There's no new right now. Oh, except this guy.
This guy, yeah. So he's merchant though.
So were you thinking about buying him out? Is that the strategy?
Yeah, so my VA says, should we buy these 3 new copies? And even potentially, should we buy the $127 used copy?
Interesting. Risky play. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like people were getting sales at like $80 used at minimum. Interesting.
Unless I'm missing something, it really doesn't look like this sells for more than $28 in new condition. Just at a glance.
But in used condition, it looks like it is.
Let me see.
I mean,
I think it could have possibly sold for 45. I really want to know what Joji says. He might be like, "Oh, you're an idiot." I think
it's so funny to me because if I were to analyze and keep a chart for the things that you guys pick up, I probably, like, if I were to analyze it, I'd be like, I don't really know what I'm looking at, but yeah,
If-
my
if-
analysis is completely different than both of yours so far. Not completely different.
I mean, I'm looking right here and I filtered by used and like sold. It's saying that someone sold at 92, 172.
Oh,
and
I was
190.
only filtering for new.
Yeah, I was
That's
looking at
probably-
used.
That okay, yeah. That I knew I was probably missing something. Okay. Well, I mean that kind of changes it if some people are selling it used
Yeah.
for a higher price.
Oh yeah, I want to know. So I want to know what you guys would do with this. My VA wants
Yeah.
to know. I need Cody.
He
or
needs
Seth to tell my VA what to do.
something to do. Yeah.
I mean, I
So,
gave him, but yeah, I want
Um,
to know what you guys
we
think.
sell this at 90 and get it for 24. I mean, I like that. This might take a very long time.
I don't. Oh, I see right there. What is this? Used. Oh, I see what you're seeing now, Seth.
Yeah, you see it.
I don't know, dude. This is
I mean, you'll have to deal with this $61 offer.
Yeah.
like, oh, this looks crazy. Seth, did you see? There's some person on this that actually sold it for $174 used.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Oh, okay. I didn't
Yeah.
hear that part.
Yeah.
Just the thing
Yeah.
is, someone
Well,
is
no,
on
okay.
there for 61 right now.
So Seth basically just went through it through his perspective. So Cody, I want you to throw it up there now. Share your
You want me to
screen.
throw it up there?
I want to
Yeah,
see your
yeah.
perspective of it, and then I'll give my perspective of it.
You're not gonna like what I'm gonna say.
I'm like whatever you say is good, man.
Okay, so like just looking at it at a glance, I'm gonna be real. I don't like how slow this sells.
Yo,
I like,
Like,
faster
yeah.
stuff for sure, but
Like, yeah, you know, I love slower movers, things like that, right? Just at a glance, I don't particularly like it. Let me see. The offer count has been 1 for a very long time, so that is a little enticing because, as we saw, if we go further back in the data, right, which I didn't look at, which I was tripping on, but Seth informed me, you know, there are some used sales for a very high price. The ROI would be pretty fat if you bought these
see more than
new,
$1.
and then sold them, and you're literally competing with nobody else unless they watch the live stream and then buy them out, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
It's
just possible.
So
Joji's
it's
going to
kinda one of
refresh the
those-
page and it's going to be bought.
Yeah, it's just gonna be gone.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where, you know, how much does this cost? I mean, it's only like $24.
The thing is here is
I would
like
just buy it.
looking,
You know what I mean? Wait, let's see the price floor. Yeah,
I love how you have your
this is-
sales ranked the opposite way. It's not the opposite way. You can have whatever way you want, but
Let's look at eBay. If there's like no data, I'll look at. Dude, there's nothing on eBay. All right, I would buy 3 and full send it. I would just go in, because the ROI is so fat. Because you're gonna be selling this for at least $85, and then you're buying it for.
there's a
let's say it's
$61
like-
used offer.
there is a $61. Yeah.
Oh, there is. Let me see. Oh yeah. I mean, it's really like how
interesting.
like yeah, it's a dicey one because it's like you can make a ton of money, but like you might sit on this for a very long time. I don't particularly like it. That's all I have to say, Joji. But
Hey,
you know, this is something I would possibly just full send and buy 3 if I really wanted to just try it. I don't think it's a bad buy by any means because it has sold in the past for pretty high prices. There's very low competition, so you don't really have to worry about that. Another thing that I like here too is on eBay, there's not really
Yeah, I like that.
there's like no market for it. So if you buy these, you pretty much own the market. You could even buy out the used guy and then own all of the market, which is insane, which I kind of like, but this is a very specific book, right? I do like that it's volume 1. I don't know too much about subject or anything like that, right?
yo,
I do.
Yeah, you do? You know a lot about that stuff?
you know
Yeah,
what
that's
about
my
naval architecture?
past.
I
My
kind
past
of want to, Joji, do it your past life. Do you ever do this, Joji? Do you ever come in here, and take the what does it see? EAN. This is pretty much the ASIN, or not the ASIN. The my bad, I misspoke. UPC. We can see where else has
$100
it.
Abe.
So $8
Abe
is
books.
definitely scalping with this, right? So $100.
Yeah, I usually
used to 63. So that's a good.
Usually use a website called Bookfinder, which looks at like A-Books and Alberus and eBay and all the other marketplaces.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so just type in bookfinder.com.
I saw $26 offers on another site.
Probably what it is the same bookseller who is on the Amazon listing, just cross-listed.
I see.
So we just type it in here.
Yeah, you get ISBN, yeah. And then on the right, you'll see all the used offers, and on the left, you'll see all the new offers.
Jody is absolutely schooling us. So
and look, there's even a buyback offer from Booksrun. Booksrun will give you $4 for this book, which is pretty crazy considering that's from like, I think it's like a 2012 book or something. But
I'm new to everything. Oh, I see buyback right there. Okay, $4. I mean, everywhere else is honestly more expensive. I would just like. Dude, I spent a lot of money, so it's like for something like this, it's like just buy the 3 and just just move on kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks solid just based off of like nowhere else has it for cheaper. Very oddly specific book. I don't buy too many items like this, but I mean, it seems solid. In the past, it did sell for a higher price. There's like no competition. I really like that, so I think it checks out. What do you think, Seth? That's kind of my whole.
This one is making me feel like I should buy the 3 new ones and sell them at 61.
Why 61? Why 61?
Because like it's either like sell at 61 or just like highball it and just like hope the 61 sells out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the other thing too here is like it's a new offer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so you could just let the 61 sit and just sell this for like 150 new or something.
Do you guys think the $61? Do you guys think the $61 used offer is a fair offer? Like, do you think that will sell? Like, once the new copies are gone, do you think that $61 offer will sell?
Yeah, because they can't buy it from anybody else.
Okay.
The whole thing on this one is they can't get it anywhere except you, pretty much. And like, yeah, these other sites might have it, but nobody really. I mean, people do buy from 8books and things like that. I want to say nobody buys from there, right? But like the majority of people, they just Amazon, Amazon, and they just go to Amazon and buy it, right?
Yeah.
So honestly, Seth said, in the 60 range, I would think you just price it like 85, for new. Because there was a sale here at 85. You need at least to get, if you're going to be waiting, you got to get that juicy amount, right?
Got to get that profit.
Yeah, you got to get that. You got to get that good profit. And 45 would be a very quick sell, but that's not doing it for me. You can see here this person at 45.
I mean, zoom
I
out,
look
though.
here.
Okay, so one of the questions my audience would have is, well, if there's like if you go back and you look at the offers tab and you look at this second buy, and he had 15 new offers. One of the questions my audience would ask is this guy going to come back in stock with more new offers?
Which guy?
So look at the new
guy second bind.
Yeah, so look at condition new up there for the offer tab in the Keepa.
Oh, you want me to hit new?
Yeah, so and then scroll to top second bind. Should be he should be at the top. Maybe
it's because I haven't included historical one.
So
wait, it actually doesn't show them on here.
Include historical offers and then filter by last seen.
Yeah, probably that.
There you go.
Where is he?
Yeah, I don't see him though.
Oh, there he is. I saw him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, so let's look at his offers. So notice that he came in. How many? So Cody, you tell me how much stock did he come in with?
It looks like he came in. Okay, he actually came in with.
Do like 365 though. Do like a full year.
Yeah, I'll do. Yeah.
Okay, so how much stock, or maybe?
Right. It looks like he came in at 15 stock. That's what it says right here.
So he came in at 15 in September. Now he's down to 3, right?
Yeah. So he had 15. Okay, yeah, this checks out completely too. 15.
So then my question my viewers would ask is, how do I know this guy isn't just gonna come back in stock? So if I buy the 3 copies, how do I know he's not just gonna come back with 15 more, put them in stock at $22 or whatever?
He never has though.
Then you'd be holding the bag.
you'd be holding the bag, right?
Yeah,
But
you would be
yeah, that
definitely holding
says
the bag.
technically never has.
Yeah,
I'm
that
sure-
is a risk.
Yeah, it is a
I
risk
mean,
for sure, right? But notice, look at his pricing though. Look at his pricing for when he's been in stock
Oh, interesting.
and versus when he actually moved the items. So like look how his stock changed so drastically.
oh wow. Okay, I see it in here. Wow, yeah, you can see. So what is that? So on Monday, December 26th. Oh wow, yeah, I see what's happening here. It said that he sold here, but the Kiva could be a little bit off.
That's what I
So
mean.
on the 26th, it says that he price tanked,
Mm-hmm.
but then here, oh okay, I see what happened.
Right. So that's I
Yeah,
guess
so he did sell out at that lower price,
right.
but that doesn't necessarily mean, he just wanted to move some units, which he definitely did. But he did it at a lower price, but it could still move at a higher price. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, for sure. My question here though is that you see his stock change so drastically. If we look at the Keepa chart and we look at that time when his use, so if we look at when his offers basically took a nosedive, he sold what was that 6 copies? He went from 11 to what 5? So he
Yeah.
sold 6 copies. What does the Keepa chart show with the sales rank drop? Is that like a couple sales rank drops? Is that one? I mean, we could actually look at the chart.
Yeah,
right?
we could look in. So December, we could actually get the exact timestamp. So December 31st, 444. All right,
Okay, so let's see what the Keepa 31st.
31st, 4. I'm trying to zoom in more. You can see the hump right there. It just did one.
Just one.
Yeah, you see that?
Yeah. So I mean, is that evidence that
I think it might be a little bit off. My bad, Joji. What's up?
No, I know. I think it is a little bit off, but I'm saying, isn't that evidence that a sales rank drop could indicate multiple stock quantity? It's not just one copy, right? Like the sales rank drop.
Correct.
Yeah,
you're absolutely right. Like if you go in here, Joji. So if you go, see how it says drops my bad, drops in the last 30 days, and it says 7.
Right.
One drop doesn't mean one sale.
Right.
One drop could mean they sold 10.
Jody knows this.
Right. Oh, okay.
No.
Well, you said could it mean that? So
I guess no. That was what my guess was, because logically that makes sense. Like it wouldn't make sense that when a consumer comes to Amazon, they're like, I only can buy one, so that Keepa can show one sales rank drop. It doesn't make any sense, right? They can buy as many as they want. But it's me just confirming that that's actually true, right?
Cuts off Joji a little bit. Welcome, RW. Thank you for showing up to the stream. Joji's the bookmaster. That is a fact.
All right, can I share my screen?
Undeniable truth. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
All right, I'll do my Keepa analysis, and then you guys.
Oh god.
You guys
curious your thoughts. I'm kind of on the edge about this one.
Yeah,
I feel like when I'm in this type of situation, I'm just like, I'll buy one.
Okay, can you see my screen here?
I can't.
You can't? Not yet.
Now we can.
Okay, I'm thinking you buy them all. That's what I'm thinking. You buy them all. You either own the listing or you just sell them.
I mean, this is like $70. This is like $70, so it's might as well buy it. It's true.
So the first thing that I always do when I look at a book is I just kind of look at what the offers are. So it looks like to buy this used $24, to buy a new, there's one seller at $22.51. So I go down the Keepa chart. Okay, and the first thing that I want to do, especially for a book like this that doesn't look like it's a textbook, like this looks like it's a book that's been out for a long time, because that cover art looks super old, man. So one thing I want to do is like try to figure out, when was this book actually published? So this book came out in 1988 and it's a revised edition. So my guess is that if we take a look at the Keepa chart and we just look at 3,000 days worth of data, because this book has been out since 1988, there's probably like no difference between 2016, 2018, 2022. So what we can do is, like, if we look at that much data, we can say, hey, how has the used offer count changed, and what has that book been selling at? So factually, for most of this time, the new offers are well above the used prices. So if you just zoom in on any one point in time, like we look at September of this year, like these are sales over $120, right? And to me, I guess what I'm thinking is, okay, is there really any difference between 2019 and 2020 and 2021? Again, if this book was published in 1988, because it's probably not a textbook that kids actually need for the school. And so one thing I'm trying to establish is kind of what is the maximum that this book has ever sold for in used condition. And so, like, if we go back here, there's a couple sales for $173. And what's really interesting about this book is that since August, there have been these price wars where basically these repricing wars where it looks like this guy who had 15 in stock, who knows where he got them from, like some warehouse, or like clearly this isn't something fresh off the factory. That like this is something that's probably dead stock that they just got in. They have a lot to move. And clearly when Cody was looking at when he came on the listing at this really, really high price, he wasn't moving any units. And as soon as he lowers his price down to more reasonable price, then he actually starts moving units. So I guess the way that I would think about this is, if I were to buy all 4 copies, do I think I can move them? I don't necessarily need to send them all into Amazon FBA. I can just send one in at a time and just replenish it as soon as it sells. And I guess what I'm seeing is fundamentally, it seems like this book has historical value of like $60 at the minimum. Like it's gone up to 170. Like there have been plenty of sales over the last 15 years, like showing that. But to me, it's like the inherent value of this book in used conditions about 60. So I think I could totally pick up those 3 copies and I can sell one at a time. Now I wouldn't sell it in new condition, but probably what I would do is something similar to what Seth had said. I'd probably pick up all 3 of those copies and then I just go ahead and list them at like $60. And I just, as soon as one sells, boom, take one off the shelf, put it back into Amazon FBA. I mean, there's even, like as soon as these new copies go away, you're gonna have the used buy box. So it's even possible that the used buy box can get pretty high as well. It looks like there isn't actually the only used buy box data is actually right here with these values here. So it looks like factually you can get the used buy box at $95. So I guess if it were me, I'm thinking, yeah, I would 100% pick up these 3 copies just due to the fact that even like these 6 sales before this guy tanked the listing with all these new offers, I mean, these sales were above $80, above $90. So I think even at $60 price is super conservative. So I guess that's my analysis of it.
I was really just thinking, you buy the 3 books, you pretty much own the new condition, right, of that book. You own the market for it, and then you'll price like above 80 and you'll eventually get that.
So I told my VA to buy all 3 new copies and the used copy, the $26. So whether or not someone actually buys them now and does what I just told him to do, who knows? But I think he's not working right now. So if someone else buys them, go for it.
The free game. There's the lead for the people that stood 40.
I feel like you could sell these as new and be safe.
I mean, you probably could, because like who's going to come after you for this, right? I guess for me, I just, as a principle, never sell anything new in new condition with books. But yeah, you're probably right. You could probably do that. So yeah, people are saying like just control the market. So I guess the question you have to ask yourself is, do you think there are going to be newer sellers coming on the listing at such a low price? And my thinking is probably not, because in the last 10 years, like the new price has never been lower than that. I really think this is a guy who got 15 copies. They were sitting in a box in somebody's house, and he got all 15 copies. He's like, let's just move this as quickly as possible. Some of those might be resellers buying them. I'd actually highly doubt that they're resellers buying them, but they're probably actually people who want the book. And he's just flying them off the shelf. Clearly at a low price, they're flying off the shelf because he went from 15 stock down to like 3. Now there's only 3 left. And after the stream, there's going to be 0.
Exactly. Georgie, I really like what you do, because it's like a lot of these booksellers, yes, they sell on Amazon, not insulting booksellers in any way, but a lot of them don't know how to read Keepa.
Yeah.
They just see, oh, Scout IQ says 6 sales or whatever, and they just like throw it up for like the current price. And that's where Joji comes in, buys your books from home, and then he sells it for double the price and still makes money. He scalps the scalper. And getting into that, so we have Shock here, my good friend, right? He says simple, price gouge, control the market, a simple game. I love that. It's just straight up, especially when there's like nobody on the listing. I don't know how many listings, how often do you just control the listing like that, Joji, where you'll just like buy stock and you'll be like, this is basically my listing, because nobody else can either get the stock or you're just like the only offer on it.
Yeah, it's probably uncommon. It's not super common. It's a little uncommon, but this is definitely a book like you saw. It doesn't move very frequently. Like to me, it looks like this thing should easily sell for $65 every couple months. And there's, like I said, the last 10 years has proven that. And I mean, like I said, sales have even gone up to 170. In the first 5 sales out of the year were above 80 in the $90 range. So if I bought 4 copies, I'd send one to a prep center. That one would get checked into Amazon FBA's warehouse. I would probably win the buy box at $61 because that'd be the lowest use offer. And then as soon as that sells, I would just, in my next shipment, whenever I have books here, I would just send one more copy. And so, if you're somebody who's selling long tail books, the issue you're going to run to is restock limits because your inventory doesn't move at all, right? It sits, it takes forever to turn. So one of the ways that I basically made sure that doesn't happen to me is that if there is a slow moving book that guaranteed is, according to past historical data, should sell at a certain price and it's just going to take time, just replenish one at a time, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Joji, I'm curious for your restock limits. Are you pretty close to that 1,000 or how does that work for you?
Yeah,
you are. Yeah.
I'm right around like 900 right now. Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
What do you mean 1,000? They only let you send in 1,000?
Yeah, because my IPI is really low because I have slow moving books. Like I think my average rank is like 1.5 million, which in books is really, really high if you think about it. So my books turn slower, but like you said, the margins are generally a lot higher. So like my average buy cost is 27, my average sell price is 101. So it's like, it's definitely a lot bigger margin, but things turn very slowly.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Joji, one thing, I'm not saying you want to fix it or anything like that, but
Mm-hmm.
when I had the thought, I was like, oh yeah, I want to like start moving 400 units a day, things like that, because I want to do a lot of volume. And I've been sick, so I haven't been doing that. Today I actually did 300 units. Who cares? Whatever.
Hey.
But we're getting back into it. But what helped me was I was like, okay, I completely like I didn't even think about restock limits when I was like, I'm gonna do 400 units a day, this and that. And then I was like, wait, I have like 12, like say like I had like 10K or whatever and stuff. I was like, I literally can't send it to Amazon because of restock limits. I was like, this is terrible. And then I just repriced some things and some stuff moved. I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I was like, you're gonna just do a lot more FBM.
Mm-hmm.
And I basically did it so I would only send in items that sold super quickly, right? And within 1 week, my limit went from about 1,500 units to 3K.
Wow.
And I think, I don't know the statistics behind it. I don't know Amazon's algorithm, but I think sending in very fast moving items and moving tons of units gives that trust with Amazon where they're like, maybe we should let Joji or Seth or whoever send in more units because the stuff he's sending in just flies,
Makes Jeff Bezos money. Yeah, it's good.
I think that's one thing that a lot of people don't talk about, but I'm pretty sure that's the hack is you just send in a lot of fast moving stuff and then they'll up your limit and then you can, you sprinkle in some of the slow moving books or whatever it is, right?
Yeah, I think Joji's happy with the way things are, but
but that's you can do whatever you want, Joji. I
100% agree with you that it's factually true that the faster you sell your items, the higher your restock limits are going to be. So you're capped at 1,000. That's the lowest. As of right now, that's the lowest you can go. Amazon might change that in the future. They might say now you're going down to 500, but as of right now, 1,000 is the lowest you can be. And those are products that don't move quickly. So it is something that I was thinking of. Like, why not just get things that move really quickly and maybe just break even on or something just to have higher restock limits. But I don't know. That's something to think about for sure.
Yeah. Like for me, I was like, well, to hit this goal, I need more limits, right? And I need things that really move. So I think that's also part of why at a first glance, when I looked at it before diving deeper into the thing about the books, I was like, I don't even want to buy this. Because I want things that move for sure that I can move in 30 days. I'm not saying that wouldn't move in 30 days.
Yeah.
But it's kind of a stretch,
Yeah, I mean, factually, it doesn't sell very frequently. So you're right. It's different. It's like different business models. It's like, what do you prefer more in your business? Do you want to sell more units, sell them more quickly with a lower margin, which can be insanely profitable? Do you want to sell fewer units for way more money, but move them slower, which could be insanely profitable? So it's like, which one do you prefer to use, right?
Exactly. RW says FBM shipping fee is killing me again. $8 to ship a jar of peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
That's really funny. It's peanut butter. Yeah.
Peanut butter is a rough item to sell because it's so heavy.
What? Yeah. By the way, for you FBMing, what is the cheapest way to ship things that are over a pound?
So this is a really dicey
shipping
topic.
it first class.
What was that?
Shipping it first class. I'm kidding. So I mean, you could just put it in a package and call it first class, and then like a lot of times you won't get caught but I wouldn't do that. Yeah, that's why Cody's saying it's a dicey
Seth,
topic.
So we're not. No. We're not.
We're
not trying to
that.
scam. That's not why I said it was. We're not trying to scam the mail carriers. I don't know
Scam
what
them.
I don't know what Seth
kidding.
is talking about. I appreciate
Don't
you,
do
Seth.
that.
But yeah, play by the book. All right, but just kind of getting into it. So with the FBM shipping, I was saying it was a dicey topic because I have friends that are very against using poly bags, right? So like bags, not like the clear ones, the ones where you can't see through. Basically, anyone that's not clear, you just put the item in a poly bag. I personally poly bag everything that isn't a shoe. The shoes that I send out, most of them go in, like 16 by 10 by 6 boxes. Some of the larger ones, I have larger boxes. Everything else, I put in a poly bag. I'll put toys. I'll put pretty much anything.
Is that just to reduce the weight of the package itself, like the packing material?
So there's a few things that have happened, and the reason why I do this is because I have a friend. He does over 30K net a month, and he does everything MF. And he said that he crunched the numbers, like this guy's doing at a much larger scale than any of us, right? He crunched the numbers, and he said that, it was more cost effective for him to do it. So I didn't believe him at first, right? You get info, you're skeptical. But one night I was sitting down and I thought, okay, so if you're paying for a box, say even if you're paying $1 for a box, and you're shipping out 2,000 MF orders, like at scale, right? You're shipping out 2,000 MF orders. You're paying $2,000 just in boxes if you're paying $1 a box, which is not that bad a box, right? And you have to buy these boxes. Some people say, oh, you could get it locally. If you're doing the SAT scale, you're not going to be doing one-off boxes. Let's be honest. You're going to be buying stuff from Uline. So at least $1 a box. I have a friend, he recently paid $2 a box for boxes. So saying $1 a box is very conservative. And if you buy 2,000 poly bags, that only costs you about $300. So if you weigh that thing, so if you factor in, say you did 2,000 orders, are you really going to have $1,700 in returns just because you poly bag the items?
It's a good way to
Probably not.
Yeah.
So, and also another thing that I like about the poly bags is everything fits in them. So I don't have to spend. If you guys have done like actually selling on eBay, not like buying on it, I don't know too much of you guys' background with that. But finding a box that fits like a specific thing takes forever sometimes.
Yeah.
So just to be able to throw things in the bag, do it, and call it a day, I'm completely fine with that, right?
How are your reviews with that? I'm curious. I'm sure they're fine.
I've had there was one particular item that I did, and I sold over 400 units of it. Out of those 400 units, and I polybagged all of it, I basically just put it in a poly bag, right? And it was a toy that was exposed. It was like something that probably if you chucked it against the wall, it would break.
Yeah.
It wasn't glass. Don't put glass in a poly bag for anybody that's listening. Box that up. Use your own mind, right? But this toy, something, it might get a little scuffed up. It was in the original packaging. I put it in a poly bag. Out of 400 units, I only got 6 returns. And then out of those 6 returns, I returned them all to the retailer. I know. Right? Crazy. And then I had to eat like maybe $20 in shipping because for it coming back to me, right? And the thing about that too, not to like, you're like, wow, he's really rambling about this, right? But the thing about that too is like, I saved not only basically $1 a box in just the boxes if I was going to box it. I saved the time. I saved the effort. I don't have to tape the box, nothing like that. Throwing things in a poly bag super quick, right? Yeah. And then, what else? Oh, the weight. When you're shipping it out, it weighs less. So a lot of things say it weighs, let's say you have an item, right? And it weighs 14 ounces. If you put that in a box, it's gonna weigh over a pound. You put that in a poly bag, it's under a pound. So then you can use the first class shipping. Get full circle into Seth. First class shipping, right? You can do the first class shipping, and it's completely fine because it's under a pound because you're within the rules, right?
Yeah.
It's under a pound. So instead of paying, say, $9, right, because it's over a pound, you're paying about $5 and sometimes even like $3.50. Like it's crazy, right?
That makes a lot
with some of these rates. So you're saving just there. You're saving like $3. Then on the box, you're saving $1 to $2. So using poly bags on every single order, you're probably going to save anywhere from $2 to like $6. So it just makes sense. And then things like, I sell a good bit of high-end shoes. You have to box that. Like don't poly bag shoes, and they're not gonna. The shoe head
poly bagging with the top lid off,
like it.
Please.
Oh no, they're not gonna like it.
Make sure there's a $6.99 Goodwill Sharpie mark on the bottom.
I know I kind of can't poly bag it, Cody. Low. Oh no, RW. I like poly bagging. That's all I gotta say. I know people are wishy-washy with it. Some people hate it. Some people.
Seth, do you do any? Do you do any FBM? Or no, you just saw FBA?
I've probably done about 10 FBM orders in my life.
Let's go, Seth. Were those recently?
It was probably in the last 6 months.
Let's go, Seth.
Yeah.
Get them up there. Got 10. Yeah.
I just FBM'd a book that I bought with the Keepa Deals page. The Keepa Alert feature. I bought it for $1 plus. There's a Prime offer for $1 plus the shipping, because you can't use a Prime account to do the Amazon flips, but it sold for $149.99. Like less than a month later. Crazy.
How was it? How much was it after shipping?
It was like $6 and something cents. But I mean, if I could buy it Prime and send it to my house, it would literally cost $1.
I gotta change the title, Joe.
It was actually 92 cents. It was 92 cents, free shipping.
You should change the title.
How did 10x?
Literally no, that's
10x, man. That's 100x.
How to like 50x your money? Yeah.
But the reason why I merchant fulfilled it was because it was textbook season. There's no way I was getting into the Amazon warehouse in time. And this is a book that like generally sells for around 40 to 50, but like I said, I own the market. No one had anything in stock. So I was like, $149.99 if you want it. And I didn't think anyone was gonna buy it, but someone did. So
yeah. He's the man. Double money from home. Even more than that. He's just money glitching from home at this point. Are you using padded bags? No, I'm not. They're not padded. None of them are.
Wow, that was very emphatic.
Cody's using flat.
None of them
no, not padded. No.
You can use padded bags. Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
They're just more expensive, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
Wait. Just a little bit.
Just a little more.
Every bubble is 1 cent, so that's a little.
I have to save every penny.
The company literally puts a penny in every bubble.
Yeah.
For extra padding.
I'm just joking. I mean, you can buy padded stuff, but I haven't. I don't plan to.
Yeah.
I keep it simple. If I have a lot of complaints with something, I'll adjust. But I haven't really had too many problems. So.
Well, I mean, Cody, the best thing to do is if you have a lot of complaints, just ignore it for 6 months until you feel like you're gonna get suspended. That's a good way to go about business.
Yeah.
Oh, so just don't do anything, Seth?
Yeah, just ignore it.
Oh, okay.
Don't do that, guys.
I did that strategy.
Always
on
adjust.
eBay, and they don't like me right now. So.
Oh, like selling stuff on eBay?
Yeah, I don't like ever go on like all my bricks, all the stuff that like I get Amazon returns for, I list on eBay, and they're like, "Oh, you didn't respond to a case," and they like dinged my account a little bit. I was like,
really?
"Wow, yeah."
Do you ship your stuff out when stuff sells?
Yeah, everything's good.
You do.
It's just I didn't respond to the claim.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
So they got mad. I was like, "Wow, I didn't even know this was a thing," but it makes sense. You have to actually like do a good bit of customer service with eBay.
Yep. That's how it rolls.
eBay is kind of cringe.
Is there anything you guys want to talk about in the last, just kind of close it off around an hour?
Learn Keepa.
Joe just got the sauce every time. Straight facts, everything.
It should be a required high school course, Keepa. How to read a Keepa chart.
It's actually better than high school, right, Joji? Because you learn how to over 100x your money from home. You don't have to. You just read the graph. That's it.
Yeah, I'd say that's my closing remark is the faster you learn how to use Keepa, the faster you'll learn, one, how to not buy bad things, and then two, how to buy good things.
Exactly. It is
The faster-
100. What was that? My bad. What's that said?
The faster you learn Keepa, the faster your life starts.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Great trajectory.
Exactly.
Cody's like,
learning.
that was dumb.
You said it.
Fair enough.
All right, but learning Keepa, like real, is 100K a plus year skill. If you can learn Keepa, you can basically make 6 figures from home.
Yep.
Sounds like a scam. You look up how to make money online. Most of the stuff complete garbage, but this is actually a great opportunity, great business, and you got 3 wonderful people here for you.
By the way, all in
other
different
people.
niches.
Exactly.
Using Keepa, yeah.
Yeah, we all Joji's book guy, got Seth here, absolute monster.
Electronics.
eBay to
And we got the
Amazon,
shoe
yeah,
guy.
electronics.
The
Yeah,
shoe
yeah,
guy
we
and
got the
toy
shoe
guy.
guy. Yeah.
The shoe and toy guy. Yeah.
Exactly.
I'll
Well,
keep
thank you everyone for showing up. Really appreciate it. Have a great night.
Peace.
Later.